Hey guys, it's Ross on the Space Coach today. I'm going to be reviewing this Star Wars Shattered Empire. This is part of the new canon that's been released in run-up to The Force Awakens. This was written by Greg Rucka, who also wrote the Before the Awakening novel and is drawn by Marco Cicchetto. Basically, it's the adventures of Shara Bey, Poe Dameron's mother, and his father, Kes Dameron, as well. So it opens with the attack on the second Death Star is just about to conclude. Luke Skywalker takes off in his shuttle to escape the Death Star. Then he almost gets shot down by Shara Bey. You know, escaping Imperial shuttles, that can't be a good thing. But fortunately, he manages to convince her that he's not an Imperial, he's Luke Skywalker. I mean, everyone knows Luke Skywalker. So she doesn't actually shoot him down. So the battle's over, the war apparently is won, but there's still a holdout of Imperial troops on the far side of Endor. So Shara offers to pilot the craft to take the ground troops over and not rescue the Ewoks, but to defeat the Imperials. Obviously her husband, Kes, who's a sergeant, he forms part of that contingent. So yeah, it's all very interesting. It turns out on the assault on that base, they find some plans that the Empire has put into motion with the death of the Emperor. And essentially he's going to just torch whatever worlds he feels like, starting with Naboo, his old homeworld. So, Shara Bey, she has to escort Princess Leia, as she is then, on a secret mission to Naboo to meet up with the Queen there and to help reform the Republic. Naboo was one of the great members of the Republic before Palpatine. Its support would give a lot of weight to the Restore the Republic movement. So as they get there, Naboo's attacked. Weather satellites are causing huge disruption that's going to scour the planet clean. So Shara Bey, she has to take on the satellites and the Imperial Star Destroyer that's guarding them, along with Queen Sosana, I think it is, of Naboo, and also Princess Leia. The three of them fighter pilots with Shara Bey as the commander. It was fantastic. I loved that image, the three of them taking on the Empire. It was brilliant. So they're taking out some of the satellites, but things are all a bit grim. Lando Calrissian turns up in his own Star Destroyer to help save the day. And to save Naboo, of course. Really interesting story. I thoroughly enjoyed that one as well. The next one, it's kind of like a ground campaign on one of the planets, like they're liberating a city. And the background on that one is essentially Kes has put in his mustering out orders, you know, and he wants Shara to as well. Because they've always said, you know, at some point, you know, this war is over, and then we'll reap the rewards of that war. Well, if you know what I mean, because obviously they just want somewhere for their son to grow up in peace and happiness. So they mentioned Poe. He's about 2 years old at this point. I think he's still on Yavin 4 with his grandfather. So that's essentially what that story is about. The final one, because there's 4 stories in this book, she goes on, Shara that is, goes on a mission with Luke Skywalker to Imperial Security Directorate base to retrieve an artifact. And it's the Force tree that was in the Jedi Temple in Coruscant. The last remains of that Force tree are hidden there, and Luke wants to rescue them. He's obviously thinking of setting up his new Jedi Academy. So they bluff their way onto this base and bluff their way all the way to the security vault that's holding the Force trees. When the guy, the commander of the base, says, well, you know, I never realised the need for all of the security precautions surrounding this place until now. It turns out the Imperial officer Shara is impersonating is missing her left eye. So, oops on that detail that they've forgotten. So anyway, fight breaks out. No prize for guessing which way it goes. There's actually 2 Force tree fragments left. Luke gets one, or takes one, and obviously he gifts the other one to Shara Bey, which is then planted, obviously, in their garden back on Yavin 4, because she has mustered out, you know. It was a really good little story. I thoroughly enjoyed the whole book. Shara Bey, what a fantastic character. I mean, if you're a fan of Poe Dameron, let's face it, who isn't? You'll be a fan of this. I mean, she absolutely kicks ass. I love her. I mean, they could do a film on her. I mean, she'd be at least as good as the Rey character from The Force Awakens. Complete badass. You can see where Poe gets everything from, you know. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's highly recommended. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or a suggestion for an upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.